not to display my discomfort as they inspected my body, searching for signs that I was some sort of demon, looking under my nails and tugging at my hair, pushing me and pulling me in ways I long to forget. But I stood my ground, rigid and rooted to the spot, until they found me. I've had it for as long as I remember. A small red mark that I've been trying to conceal. But they still found it. They would find it. I felt different as they inspected it, as though it really was the devil's mark. But I knew it wasn't. It was just a mark I'd had since birth. But to them, it branded me as unsafe, unclean, and impure. They tied my wrists and ankles and threw me in the water.
Some may believe that we should be taken from this earth the way we were born into it. Some say it feels as if your lungs are on fire, as though they're about to burst. Your head is on the brink of losing consciousness, as if it's about to explode.
The body becomes its own being, shutting itself down in an act of protection.
And it starts to take the form, which has a close likeness to a motionless corpse. It is said that its slight movements resemble that of a convulsion.
Although the body may appear rigid, occurrences of violent jerking and frothing the mouth are evident.
The body's surface starts to pale as the lips and nail beds fade blue.
Susan Manners, drowned for a witch, 1645.
And so he came. A long wait through those cold winter months. But finally he came. He was smaller than expected, yes, but perfectly formed. Little fingers, toes, our boy. My husband was pleased. A boy to help him on the land. Then, suddenly, he like water, he seemed to slip through my fingers. My husband was angry. He refused to believe it wasn't my fault. He turned from me. No more children came. So I busied myself in helping others. Midwife. Respected. For a time, all was well. Then, sudden change, bad luck, misfortune. One stillborn, then another. Babes born before term, others lost before their mothers began to show their signs. In the town, whispers, gossip, eyes narrowed at my presence. The children, once sent to my door, flushed and excited, calling for my help in the delivery of a brother, sister.
Gone!
Where there had once been smiles, there were now sneers. Mothers steered their children away.
She's the devil's work.
My babe shriveled in her hand.
There's witchcraft afoot!
My husband
Cold, since her own loss.
left. I tried to plead my innocence in the town, but my words were met with fear. I could not explain these losses. I began to wonder if indeed there was some truth in it. They bound my hands and feet. The flames licked my skin, white hot, so hot they almost felt cold.
She welcomed her fate.
Janet Ribbit, burned for a witch, 1645.
I don't understand. I've done nothing wrong. Why? Why are you doing this? That horse. I wasn't even outside when it... Just because it was in my paddock doesn't mean I killed it. Let me out! You must know this is not true. We've been married so many years. We have 2 children. How will they cope without me? Please,
I know I am next in line. And the town has gone wild.
Sarah Spin, Thomas Mary, Anno, Sarah Spin, Thomas Mary, Cop Dog,
Cop dog!
Cop Dog,
Cop dog!
Please.
Cop Dog,
Susan Manners.
1645. Janet
Janet
Ribbit,
Ribbit.
1645. Mary Skipper, 1645. Mary Skipper, hung for a witch, 1645. It's all about the senses. It's all about the senses. What you see. What you can hear. What you can taste. What you can feel. What you can smell. Even what you think. What do I think? I love it! The more, the better. I feel sense of accomplishment. I know God's thanking me. This is what I was put on this planet to do. Wipe them out. Every last sign of evil, condemned rightfully to drown in their sins.
I love the chase, the pursuit. First, the suspicion whispers in the town. Then, they come to us. We're happy to take over. See these whores right out. First, watching from a distance. Then moving closer in. Circling like vultures.
Pray! Any mark of the devil is a sign of evil. You have to check everywhere. Every last strand of greasy hair. Every last piece of dirt wedged under a fingernail. Every last scratch, mole, or burn. It's all one big, filthy association with the devil.
It's a marvellous excuse to touch these women, to explore them and look for filthy signs. Sometimes it's hard to find anything that resembles the devil's mark, but no matter. If we look hard enough under grimy skirts and petticoats, we'll usually find something. No matter how much they complain, there's no denying that they love it.
Then comes the special bit. Tearing the accused of their families, husbands broken, an assortment of dirty brats clinging to their mother's skirts. I pluck those children like the fleas they are. They cling too hard. I'll snap a wrist or arm. It's for the greater good. Don't forget.
And do you know what? When I hear that last splutter of laboured breath, when I hear that wrench tightening of rope, when I hear that last I know that we have done the right thing.
And if you think that they have a happy ending, you haven't been paying attention.
We're doing this to you for one reason. We enjoy it.
Bliss. Mary Skipper. Hung for a witch.
Janet Rivet. Burnt for a witch.
Susan Manners. Drowned for a witch.
Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Some may believe that we should be taken from this earth the way we were born into it. Some say it feels as if your lungs are on fire, as though they're about to burst. Your head is on the brink of losing consciousness, as if it's about to explode,
Shutting itself down.
Violent jerk.
frothing at the mouth
The surface starts to pale.
as the lips and nail beds fade blue.
day, unable to wake up. Those feelings, distress and helplessness, they began to overwhelm me. Unable to shout or call for help, my struggle, although not visible to the naked eye, was an experience so excruciating to my internal being. My surprise and my fear so intense that my very physical being had shut down and trapped me in this inevitable, unending nightmare